Okay, welcome to Penguin Marches. This is everybody's favorite map, Lakeside. For mid as engineer, you're either going to go up to the pool house area or up to the left side of the point. I'm going to show you the pool house area first because it's pretty good. If you can get your soldier to whip you out of spawn, that's really nice. If you can get into this house before their soldier and their engineer and whatever else they decide to send up here does, and you can actually get your mini sentry up, you've pretty much won this area. It doesn't mean you've won the point or the mid fight really, because that's sort of a separate fight going on. But winning this is really huge since it's a major flank and you've got the health pack, and you can shoot at the point from it and everything. Where you put your first mini sentry in here depends on how quickly you actually are. Like if you get in here right away, I will usually just put it right in the window here, or in the door. It'll, it covers the entire house. It's obnoxious enough for them to deal with. There's a risk that if their sniper decides to come up here, you'll get sniped immediately, or he'll just be able to kill the mini sentry. You can also just put it, inside here somewhere. It's not that big of a deal, the specific placement here, you just want it up as quickly as possible. If they manage to get here first, the soldier's, up here shooting this out. Obviously you can't go in there without taking a ton of damage and dying, so you can just put the mini sentry on the outside. Actually, putting it here is reasonably safe even if the soldier is already in there, because you can run away from the rocket still and not get caught. But he'll probably just shoot it down right away.
I'm moving this.
Anywhere out here over to the side where they can't really, they have to a soldier who wants to shoot at that has to kind of expose himself a little is nice. Otherwise, this isn't terribly complex. Just build the mini sentry and shoot at things. Usually your soldier will probably come up through here. If he doesn't come up through here, it's probably because he wants to go do something dumb like jump on their battlements or bomb their medic right away. Anyway, winning pool house, important. Because once you have one pool house, you get the best mini sentry spot on the entire map in the entire game. That is right here. You can do slight variations of it, like putting it in the corner here, so or to get shot at it or shoot at it. Put it down behind here, so it's just a little bit that can see the point. Not a huge deal. This is just a really obnoxious spot which covers the point. It covers pool house. It's really annoying for a lot of classes to deal with. And it's pretty much the best spot on the map in general. Alright. On to happier things. You do not decide to go, if your team doesn't want you to go be contesting pool house with your soldier or has other classes and they're doing that, you can come up to this side. What I would usually do is just get up onto battlements and first build the mini sentry up here and then pick up this middle. That's not necessary actually. That doesn't give you full metal, but pick it up anyway. From here you get options. This mini sentry covers some things on the side of the point. It'll cover an early bomb or something from the soldier. If your sniper decides to come up in this direction, it protects him a little bit. You can also get the option of wrangling it at the point. You can even just stay up there and wrangler it, which is, if you want to use the wrangler on the mid fight, that's the best thing you can do. It basically keeps people who want to fight on the point. It keeps their heads down even more than just having the sniper normally does, because they're taking guaranteed damage rather than, gambling over the sniper headshotting them. Once that's done its work, or if you don't want to use the Wrangler, out of principle, I would come up here, you would build a mini sentry over here, take this metal, I did that in the wrong order. Build the mini sentry on the side of the point somewhere. One thing about this map is, wait, did they fix... Okay, they fixed it! Was that when they updated this map with the... Anyway, I guess when they updated, used to be unable to build mini sentries in the margins at the top of these stairs, but I guess when they changed the map to make the stacks over there symmetrical and so only a scout could jump up on them to get onto bats or whatever, they fixed this thing. So good on you, Valve. I didn't even test that before doing the video. I probably should have. So you can just put the mini sentry on the edge of this now. That gives you plenty of options. At least more options than you used to have. Fighting on this side of the path, this half of the point, compared to fighting in Lake House, is a lot easier as engineer. You don't have to worry so much about the soldier or like a pyro or something that's really good in close quarters absolutely wrecking you because you don't have much health. As you can kind of, peek up, take pot shots, and then jump away. If somebody shoots like a rocket or something, you can just surf away. There's a health back here that you can run to. Your combo will usually be fighting on the point around over here, so you've got heals from your medic too. It's all kinds of wonderful stuff. Once you've won this point, if you win it, like, really well, you kill a bunch of their team and stuff. You can, as Jordan has pointed out, come up over here on their bats and put a mini sentry somewhere like here. This is just an obnoxious spot that will force their flank to... It basically keeps their flank from being able to get into this area. You have to deal with that, and it's annoying. In fact, in general, if you can get onto their battlements, their half of the map is not just any engineer, but pretty much any flank class, you can be really annoying to their team. It just tends to be less safe for engineer than it is for a scout or soldier because they can just run away easily. You can't. Other fun things to do if you manage to get over onto their side is to put a mini sentry over here. When people come out of main or come over the side here, they will run past it and they'll start shooting at them. And then they'll have to kind of turn around and shoot at it while your team on the point can be shooting at them. Also, like over here, this cuts off their medium health pack, as well as being really annoying to people on this side of the map in general. A lot of times people will come over here when they're low on health, trying to get the health back, and then they run into a mini sentry and don't have a good time. Similarly, if you are fighting in Pool House, pushing forward onto this area a little bit can be annoying. If you've managed to completely get their flank out of this area and their combo is still sitting behind here, you can use the Wrangler at them. This is obnoxious and also difficult to deal with. Other good mini sentry spots. This is a good one for if you're forward on the point a little. You can also do a similar one over here, just for covering the point in general. Here, annoying if you're trying to keep people from being able to cap easily, like a scout or something getting on this point trying to cap has to run into a mini sentry. This is the ammo crate side of the map equivalent to that spot in the pool house. It's not quite as good because it doesn't, cover everything in pool, but it does still cover a lot of the point and is really annoying to people who are trying to fight in this area. It also will tend to not get shot at until people are actually on the point trying to cap it. Your team doesn't have the point. Any spot over here just keeps this area sort of clear for your team, for your flank, everything. You've got this ammo crate over here that you can use. From over here you can use the Wrangler at the point. Wrangler is really good on this map. Pretty much the only reason you want to use it if you just really hate the Wrangler and think just don't want to use it out of principle because of how annoying it is. Again, that spot is also, it works for non-mid fights too. If your team's having issues with people constantly getting around the point on one side, you can put a mini sentry just down over here, or over here somewhere. It kind of doesn't do much, it's not a very aggressive spot, but it kind of helps if your soldier is bombing your medic a lot, and that's a big problem if you put a mini sentry down back here somewhere where he'll have to jump into it. That sort of thing. So, for the other buildings and stuff, Dispenser is really, really good on this map. There's not a lot of ammo or health. There's, the big packs, which are the main things you have over here. And there's a couple of little things way far back, and that's it. So when your team is holding up on the point, I mean, the dispenser is huge for your heavy, for your pyro, for everybody needs it. And you can use it too. I don't often upgrade dispensers on Koth maps or prioritize them, but on Lakeside I do. It doesn't mean you need to get them up right away. Especially when people are still fighting and stuff, they'll tend to get destroyed pretty easily. But, it's important to have. Here's also a good spot. One of the things I like to do with this is when people are on the point, if you can come into this spot, you can jump on top of this and get you onto the point. And a lot of people won't check here, especially not for an engineer. That's not a class most people keep a whole lot of track of. And if their medic or their demo or something is really forward over here, you can just two-shot them really quick. Get a kill that really helps your team out.
Oh, you can also build
If you
behind
can't
the pillar.
actually build a teleporter over here because like their team is completely over this half, or sorry, dispense over here because their team is completely over this half of the map, or they're just destroying it constantly, I'll sometimes put it like over here just in a pinch because then like your flank can use it. Sometimes your combo will decide to come up here. But I think the spots down here are a little bit better. We'd also put it back up here too, actually. This is good because the heavy likes to play around this little obelisk. It's really strong for him. And he can just stay there forever if there's dispensers here. There's obnoxious things that like the spy can do where he'll sit on the battlements and then just pistol down the dispenser sitting behind the point, and there's actually nothing you can really do about that. Which is really, really, really annoying. Don't do that if you're a spy. You know what I mean? For teleporters, where I put the teleporter kinda depends, to me, ultimately, on which half of the map I'm playing on. So if I'm, making it a point to control this area, to control the pool area with my rest of my flank or whatever, and I'll put the teleporter somewhere over here. Here's a nice spot. You've got the metal here to help, repair and upgrade it. The one downside to this is a common decloak spot for the spy, so if the spy is really going after your teleporters, that makes it pretty obvious where, it makes it really easy for him to find it and destroy it. The good news is that might make him think twice about decloaking in here, because he might be worried about getting telefragged. So he'll have to, sap it first, then you know where he is. I don't know. Over here, this is actually surprisingly safe. This doesn't really have any sort of line of sight from the point. And people who are in pool house have to come all the way out here to shoot at it, or to shoot people who took this teleporter. And my favorite one, which nobody ever notices or saps. Also surprisingly safe. The only way this is really ever a danger is if your team has completely lost this area of the map, or if you have a soldier running around behind you, jumping behind you constantly on the battlements behind. Otherwise, I find that this spot tends to get sapped or taken out a lot less than the other ones on this side of the map. On this half of the map, by far, this one is usually the best. You can also do a variation of it being over here, which is a little riskier because people who are really forward on the point, like on the obelisk, whatever, can shoot it from here. Whereas over here, it's still relatively hidden. But because that's a common spot, again, you have to deal with it getting sapped and stuff like that a lot. Can try over here as an alternative. Up here. This one's kind of difficult. If the spy saps it, you're never going to be able to, unless you're specifically up in this area already, you're never going to be able to unsap it in time. You could also do down back here or something. Sometimes I'll put one over here if I'm having issues keeping the other spots up. have occasionally used the kind of risky spots
Teleporter coming right up.
over here, or down back here.
Teleporter going up.
Which I actually don't like this one that much. It's a lot more exposed to the point than the other ones. It also puts you in this kind of awkward low ground spot where anybody who's up here will be able to shoot you immediately as you come out of it. It's kind of like a much worse version of this one than the one over there. Look at both the bad things about it. But again, this is actually a rather large map for a Koth map as far as the walk to mid goes. Having the teleporter up is really nice, especially if you manage to upgrade it. So I'll often take a few seconds to do that when I get a chance. As for other things, this is not a terribly complex map, as you can see. There's not a whole lot else you can do. For playing with your team and everything, they're either going to be with like your soldier, pyro, sometimes scout, whatever is up here in Pool House. I would set mini sentries in here when you're fighting people here in places where that are going to force the other team to take their focus off of your team. If you've got people who are like over here trying to fight people coming through here, you put the mini sentry on that side. If your soldier's up here, you put the mini sentry like over here. Sometimes I'll play around with like these spots. They don't do as much as like this spot when you're just, you know, neutrally holding, but they're really annoying if you have people who keep coming in here trying to use this as a flank, or just coming in after the health. Because as soon as you get over here, it starts shooting you. And people don't check over here for the mini sentry. Playing with your sniper back on battlements, whatever, when you don't hold the point and when you can't play forward with your combo especially, is really, really good. Sniper is, like, this is the sniper maps. Absurd how good sniper is on this map and how absurd the sightlines are. So if your sniper is good, even if he isn't, probably, but just want to keep your sniper alive as much as possible. He'll have issues with the spy, especially. The spy likes decloaking and playing around in all these areas up here because, apart from the sniper, not many people have use for these areas. So if you keep their spy off your sniper, good thing. Sometimes the scout will run around like a flank through Pool House or whatever. The soldier bombing back here too. If your sniper's really bad, they'll send a lot of people, or really good, sorry, and really wrecking their team. They'll start trying to send a bunch of people after him. And you can deal with all those classes if you have a mini sentry near your sniper. If you're playing like more on the point, kind of, what you're mainly doing is being more like a scout would, doing like a mid-fight or something where they deal damage and then you can peek a little bit and try to clean it up. And you do a bit of the area denial with like their pyro and stuff, or their scout who wants to run across the point. And you play off of this health pack or ammo crate a lot. Have I forgotten anything, Jordan?
Yeah, there's like a mini spot where you can build in bathhouse. Like, go back to bathhouse.
Yeah.
The little area on the right, on the little steps.
These?
No, the
These?
no, not like the little blocks on the right.
What blocks?
Right in front of you.
This block?
No, the blocks.
The packer, these?
Yeah, this.
I'm pretty sure you can't build on any of these.
Can you not? I thought I've seen people build there.
No, this is like...
Build
the
on the
soldier
second
just
one.
stands up here to be even worse in this place.
Oh, did they fix that? I thought you could build there.
Maybe you used to be able to.
I've seen people like build a sentry there and just like wrangle to the point. Like the one like little block that just it shoots through the hole in the middle.
That's not letting me build, so...
Really? Okay. I thought you could do it. I've seen people do it. I thought they must have fixed it or something.
Oh! Whoa, okay, that's really specific. It's the point then.
I'm moving this.
See if I can even repeat that. Okay, so you have to stand here, I guess. I've literally never seen anybody use that.
It's been done.
Okay, well then this exists too, that's dumb.
I'm moving this. That there wasn't getting it. Bang! Sentry going up.
Yeah, there's just like that one little spot where you can build there, I guess. Okay. So I guess you can learn new stuff even on a map that is as completely uncomplex as this.
Moving out.
I guess my problem was I always tried to build it from here and not from...
Go on, get.
I mean, it doesn't really do much, it's just interesting.
I can do that in pubs now. I'm gonna build like a level 3 there. Would a level 3 shoot for that? Or is it too tall? It might be too tall. Yeah, I think it's too tall. Oh well.
Building the sentry.
That spot's still better. And yeah, that's Lakeside. It's a simple map that's very sniper oriented. And cap the point too when you get a chance. But yeah, no, I do have something else to say. I've occasionally seen people on like R2TF2 or something asking if level 3s are good on this map, or even viable. And yeah, the answer is pretty much no. They aren't. There's no good spots to build them. Like, the closest you could get is, like, building it up here somewhere. I don't know, where, like, back here. I don't know. It's just you're going... The spots, like, aren't out of sniper sightlines. They're just not necessarily the sightlines that the sniper's going to be using at that time. But if you have, like, a sentry gun up that, of course, like, a level 3 or something, then, of course, the sniper's going to start focusing you more. Stuff like the spy and demo and everything are too, even when they wouldn't be. I don't know. There's also not much metal on this map. Like, there's those little ones, and they're the medium ones. That's two. There's the big one on the point, and then there's the two, like, really tiny ones up on battlements, and that's it. That's it with the metal. That's all there is. That's why the dispenser and everything is really good, and why the... Like, I don't know, I think just if you build a level 3 or something, you're gonna wind up being focused on the level 3 more than the other stuff you can do. Things like being aggressive forward, doing the things like playing on their bats or something like that. Even something as simple as like putting a mini sentry down here, you're probably never going to be able to do with a level 3 sentry unless your team is that much better than their team that they can just let you do that. Because they can't actually focus you down at all. But stuff like that is really important to keep them from getting time on the point, which is what the map is completely about. It's like all Call of maps, you get time on the point. Then you want to run it down when you have the point, and you want to get it back when you don't have the point. Which is why level 3s in general are not good on Call of maps. They're super defensive. If you can't cap the point, if you can't, you know, push, which you really can't do with the level 3, and you're completely out of luck when you don't have the point. And it flips around a lot if teams are even. So you can pretty much only, if teams aren't even and it's like stacked against you, then you're doing nothing for your team. So you can pretty much only do it if your team is already going to win so decisively that it pretty much doesn't matter what you were gonna do. It's just sad because level 3s are fun, but unfortunately, that's the restriction of the game mode and the class. Alright, I think that's it. For real, completely this time.
Sentry, go.
It's not a very difficult map. At the end of the day, you just build a bunch of mini sentries everywhere and shoot things and put a teleporter and dispenser up when you get a chance. Thanks for watching.